A train approaches the platform. For you, it's just the 12:20 from Galway. But for your little one, it's come from the North Pole. Cowboys and Indians are fighting on the roof. In the back carriage, wizards on the way to wizard school. And when it stops and you step on board, it could take you anywhere. Rediscover the joy of the train. Great fares for all the family at irishrail.ie.
Everyone, stop! The show's about to start.
Like I was saying, there are people who are famous in the islands who don't come to the United States, and they're perfectly fine. Good evening, everyone.
You had to get it in.
Welcome to another episode of No Conduct Radio.
As a female. Damn it.
Tonight we are.
Listen, that was the public version of "And Another Thing."
I know, right?
Tonight we're going to be answering your relationship questions. We are going to talk about, I guess, what we ended last show on, which is what do I think dating should look like with kids. Also, we are going to talk about what happened to me when I was advertising the show this week. People like to say racism is dead, but it ain't really. So I'm going to bring up, I'm going to read to y'all, and I posted this all over No Conduct social media, so you can go to No Conduct Radio, our Facebook page, and you could actually see this conversation going down. But I'm going to show you what happened to me. All I was doing was advertising the show. That's all I was doing.
Is it a Me Too
so
movement?
We also have, what'd you say?
Did you get groped? Is it a Me Too movement?
Yeah, I got groped while I was advertising the show online.
Hey, you never. Hey,
is that what happened?
Hey,
apparently, just grab.
Look, I need to find whoever invented that. Good God.
Grab a handful.
What? So, anyways, we have Logic. Who? Okay, first of all, who is sitting in front of the fan? Move.
Who got a fan on?
Somebody's either outside or sitting right in front of the fan or has asthma. One of those three.
And if you're all talking, please put it on mute until you're talking. Thank you.
Huh?
Good Lord. Anyway,
somebody got the Bluetooth right under their nostril.
I know, right? We also have a guest, courtesy of Char. So his name, which I'm not calling him this, but his name is Dub Dooley Catfish Nugget. I personally am going to be calling him.
No.
I knew it.
What?
It's Dub Beasley Catfish
today,
Nugget.
everyone.
Oh, well, then, blame that on Char because that's what she said. So Dub Deezy Catfish Nugget.
There we go, baby.
Okay. Excuse me. Deezy, not Dooley. Shoot me, please. It's all
which
ridiculous.
one
I was going to
better?
call you Dooley, but now that's messed up.
You're right. Which one is better?
How about just the
Now
Dub?
I just want to call you Deez, but then that just kind of messes everything up.
These nuggets. These nuggets.
Hey,
I just want to call
that's
you
what the
Deez.
thing they'll say, in my mind. They'll say these nuggets.
These nuggets. Okay.
Yeah, these nuggets.
In my mind.
Nuggets. What's up?
All right, so we have Logic, BJ, Char, and Deez on the on with us today.
These nuggets.
So Deez, I'm gonna call you Deez though. I can't get these nuggets out because I want to say these nuts. That's what I personally want to say.
Nuggets is always
So
good.
it's not gonna come out these nuggets because I know me it's gonna change. Ask BJ how he got his name. I'm just saying.
Well, the nuggets is always good, big baby. They love the nuggets.
Happy ending.
Mr. Dees, if you want to introduce yourself and tell the world a little bit about you.
Well, my name is Dub Deasley, a.k.a. Catfish Nugget, the Black Luchador. Indiana's own in the building.
Black and Lucha.
What was that?
Did somebody just say what?
Black a luchador?
Like a pro wrestler, sir. The Black Luchador.
Oh, okay. I'm not a wrestling fan. Okay, just checking. Okay.
There we go.
Well, you wouldn't know it if you don't know about like Mexican wrestling. There's the luchadores down there.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's it. Nothing else. That's it.
No, I want Kai to pronounce that Mexican wrestling again. Say it one more time.
No, that's okay. Somebody is seriously breathing in the phone.
I don't know.
Who is
I don't
that?
know. It's not me. I'm not
Mr. Catfish.
I'm not coughing this week.
Okay.
Mr. Catfish, put it on and
It could be these nuts over there.
Yep, it was these nuts. Hey, Dee, you gotta stop breathing in the phone, or you gotta move from the fan, or you gotta go inside, because we're just hearing. That's all we're hearing.
I'll put it on mute when
there it is. It's gone. Yay! Yes.
Yes.
So, people are now messaging in asking, who is this guy? So, let's say it again. This is Char's guest host for tonight. He's just joining us for tonight. His name, in my book, personally, I'll tell you his real name, but in my book, his name is These Nuts. But, look, these nuts are good for you. Don't be offended. But his name is Doug.
High and Dub team. Doug
DZ Catfish Nugget. That's how he introduces himself. So on this show, it's D's. So like I said, let's get to the show. So let's get to the show. So what happened? So if everybody knows me, I advertise a show, look for guest hosts to come on and speak on different topics. Most people are scared because the topics I want to talk about is like really serious stuff, like why are you racist, really? You know what I'm saying? I just want to find out. And that goes for anybody. There are some people who think black people can't be racist, and I absolutely disagree with that. Not only do I absolutely disagree with that, but that's just a stone cold lie, because racism doesn't have just one race. Anybody could be racist. So I was out posting an ad online. I had to emphasize that, thanks to BJ thinking I was groped or something. Asking if you were a black person who thinks other races are beneath you. So I want you to come on the show and explain to me why you're a racist, or explain to the world why you're a racist. And I would love that of any other race, Latinos, Asians, anybody. I just want to know why you don't like people because of the color of their skin. So I posted that. This guy named Ryan Wheel then took to my comment on one of the boards and said, laughing my fucking ass off, wow, you're a racist piece of shit. And people keep complaining about white privilege. Guess what? It's my kind who set you free. It is straight white men who have given you the world you live in. So you better be grateful, you fucking cunt, because without me and my kind, you'd still be in Africa getting raped by 5 dudes and eaten by a lion, eating with sticks and living in grass mud huts.
Damn. Wow.
This is what he said to me.
Yeah.
So at first, me being me, I immediately got angry because, you know, my anger level is from 0 to 85 in like 0.6 seconds. So I then calmed down because I wasn't going to give him the satisfaction. And I said, so let me get this straight. Me asking someone if they're a racist black person to come and appear on my show and talk about what makes them racist makes me racist? I said, number one, you just showed me how incredibly illiterate you are. Number two, thanks for showing me and the others in this group how racist you are. And number three, would you like to come on the show and talk about how you can't understand English, how you jump to conclusions, and how you think Africans were rapists and being eaten by lions, but this was not happening anywhere else in the world? We'd love to have you on. So that was my response to him, to which he never responded. And then I went ahead and posted this all over the internet.
Oh, damn.
So for people who like to come out, because I do have some, I don't want to say friends, because if you're just ignorant, stupid, and racist yourself, I'm not associating myself with you. But for people I know who like to say they don't want to hear about racism, everybody has problems, or racism no longer exists, or why can't we leave slavery in the past, or some crap like this, all I was doing is asking. And the funny thing is, I was asking racist black people to appear on the show, and this racist white guy just showed up out of nowhere. I wasn't even talking to white people.
Wow.
So I can't even just advertise for my show to get a guest without getting some racist comment. And some white guy acting like, y'all freed us? Are you serious? I mean, y'all enslaved us. We were free not because anybody was like, oh, they're hurting these slaves. No, because we were free because of money problems the North and the South were having. That's all.
No, it wasn't money problems. It was political gain.
Politics, money, yeah. But and then you're saying we were sitting there in Africa getting eaten by lions. Like, I'm pretty sure if you were in Europe, you're getting eaten by a bear. If you're in India, you're getting eaten by a tiger. Like, that stuff only happens in Africa. And we live in huts. I mean, like in Europe during what the Black Plague and stuff, y'all were walking around in the streets full of shit. You know what I'm saying? So for you to act like it was better in England than it was in Africa, no, it wasn't. Everywhere had their problems. But, I mean, you're too much of a coward to come on and say anything. You could have come on the show and pled your case. You could have showed us how, I guess, better than us you are, or how you freed us and made our lives better. I don't know. But I guess you're a coward. So congrats, Ryan Wheel. And you can find his name on our No Conduct Radio Facebook page. Just go to No Conduct Radio.
No. Listen, don't spread racism to other people so they have access and can link up with other races. Let it go. You're not an idiot.
Whatever. It's still on our page because I'm just showing. I didn't put it on there to spread racism. I put it on there to show ignorance that's still around when people think it's gone. Because there are black people who also think racism no longer exists.
Well, social media makes you bold. So social media makes you bold.
And that's the only. I had to tell my daughter that. I told my daughter, don't take anything that these people online are saying, because if they were right in your face, they would be too scared to tell you.
Right.
But that's the foundation of all races. You'll never find a racist person that will say, go to the hood by himself and say what he feels and deal with whatever consequences. They usually want an audience, which is television. That's why they usually march and make a big, theatrical spectacle of themselves, lighting torches and all that. Like, they want attention. And everyone gives them that attention. That's why I'm saying don't spread it, because you got to let these people just be in their own little corners and fade away. You don't want to give another lost, idiotic person a friend for them to look up. Like, oh, let me see, because he sounds like he's talking like me. You just got to let them go ahead. But they'll never talk to you and sit down and have a logical and controlled debate. It'll usually just be yelling and a bunch of proclamations like, there's all the white man and all. It will never be a rational conversation, because what they believe is irrational. How long has it been an open invitation that I've said, hey, if that's how y'all feel, come on the show and I'll debate with you. We'll talk, but you're not going to talk over me. You're not going to just yell and blah, blah, blah. We still haven't had anybody that's going to take it up. Nope. Even Oren, this sneaky as he's tried to be, he would never, once I zeroed in on him, he would never be like, yeah, that's how I feel. He always, oh, well, no, that's not how I feel. I just, that's how they do.
Those are called cowards.
Yeah.
Cowards.
Yeah, but, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask the panel this, because
Go ahead.
Well, I don't want to switch the subject, but it's still the same kind of subject. I was driving in Center City last Saturday, at Fifth and Market, Independence Mall, and I crossed and I couldn't go past because they had a parade going on. And I asked this lady, what's going on with this parade? It's Juneteenth. Now, even if I'm ignorant, I don't know what Juneteenth is. Can somebody explain that to me? Maybe I'm out of the loop here. What is Juneteenth?
Isn't it generally just
Logic? Logic is the one who
explained
explained this to me, because I didn't know either.
I don't know what it was. They had a parade.
It was when.
Hold on, Char.
Is she talking?
Go ahead, Logic.
Slavery ended officially. It was June. I think it was 19th or something when the last slave was notified, because I think Texas wouldn't tell slaves they were free. So that was where the last slaves were, not including Native Americans. That they would refuse to let their slaves go. You know, it took them a long time. But June was officially, they said, was around the middle of June when the last slave was officially set free. So because they can't agree on a specific date, Juneteenth is when they celebrate slavery officially ending for everyone.
Well,
June 17th.
That's not this year. Was that last year? Because first time I heard about this parade thing. It's just, I don't know.
No, it's been for quite a while.
No, yeah, it's been for a while. I heard about it back when I was in Texas and everything.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
Okay.
It's really in the East Coast, so Texas, New York, Jersey, that area particularly. Yeah.
But I know because the parade threw me off. I was like, what parade? I didn't hear, I was like, all right, whatever.
What was the racism that you experienced?
Let's play devil's advocate for a second, right? So if we're saying, hey, this is Juneteenth, the day that slavery all allegedly was supposed to end, so why are we celebrating this day, even though slavery was going on for 400, 500 plus years?
That's what I'm saying that either.
Right. So I'm going to say, hey, we're going to celebrate something that's ended, but you throw it back on our faces each and every February, hey, you guys were slaves. That's kind of to me.
Well, no. Black History Month is about acknowledging the impact that black people have had on the history of this country. So it's not about a reminder. It's just hey, listen, this is what black people did, which I think personally, I agree with Morgan Freeman, it shouldn't exist because black people should be incorporated with history regardless.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be there should be numerous chapters in regular history books about Du Bois and Douglas and what was the McCoy, the guy that made the part for the train engines, which is where the term real McCoy came from. These were all black people that impacted society. So why are we designated to the shortest month of the year? It doesn't make sense.
Right.
You know what? I never thought about it as the shortest month of the year. I sure didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's
28 days.
Yep. And they have nothing as far as any educational forecast, anything on TV on that month. They probably show say if they might show Roots if they do that or something like whatever, but about slavery movie. It never showed anything positive, which
right.
It's crazy.
But personally,
it's definitely always a negative.
I mean, I know Logic disagrees with me on this. I don't think we should have a month dedicated to us. I think that's kind of offensive, personally.
I just said that.
I think just like anybody else, we should just be, I don't know, like they have Thomas Jefferson's birthday, for instance. They should come out with a black person who impacted us greatly. This is his birthday. This is what he did. Not just everything crammed in February. Because then the Asians could complain. There's no Asian Awareness Month or no Latino Month or you know what I'm saying. It's just.
But listen, I'm gonna be honest with you.
We're all Americans,
why
and we should just treat it as such.
Why should we wait for the United States to decide whether or not this is a holiday? Why should we wait for senators and state representatives to say, okay, yeah, we'll give you Martin Luther King, but, other than that, blah, blah, blah. Like, black people should take it upon themselves to decide who they're going to celebrate, what they're going to celebrate, and whether or not they're going to show up to work.
That's true.
What are you waiting for them to
tell us what to
validate
do.
you for?
Right. You're right.
If you're waiting for the majority of black people to do this when we can't even get together.
I already told you, I am not lining up with any so-called struggle that they have nowadays, because these people are armchair activists. They're not going to do anything that they can't do over Twitter. It's not serious. It's not real. You know, they can't even understand why the movie Black Panther was an insult. They can't see that. So if you can actually watch that and be happy and think you achieved something, I'm definitely not interested.
But so Logic, no.
Man, I finally watched that movie, and people were talking about they went to the theater like 3, 4, 5. That was a dumb movie. I understand it had, you know, black people in there with natural hairstyles.
Hyped it up.
But it was a dumb movie.
They hyped it up these days. What do you call it?
I enjoyed it. I don't see what's so dumb about it. If you're a Marvel comic fan, of course, there was lots of special effects, and it did have. This is the one movie
nothing to do with me being a Marvel comic fan. It had everything to do with the movie itself was dumb. Whoever wrote it needs to be just fired from Hollywood and blacklisted. That movie was stupid, Char. No, I didn't see any intelligence in the movie. The movie was dumb, and you're not going to convince me otherwise. Speaking of movies,
First of all, the leading antagonist was Michael B. Jordan. Have you saw his acting?
Please, why did you have to bring that up? Oh, I hated him so much.
The Creed guy.
Every time he came on the screen, I immediately felt anger. I just hate him.
Wow.
Sorry. All right, I'm back.
Damn.
But anyway, check this out. Speaking of movies, real quick, last night I watched, and I don't watch Tyler Perry. I hate Tyler Perry, but I really wanted to watch that movie Acrimony. So I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it and thought about it, and I was like, screw it, it can't be that bad. And I watched it last night, and it really was an okay movie. However, what the hell is with Tyler Perry and making dark-skinned people look mean and loud and just like dicks, and light-skinned people are the good ones? What is him? What is with him in that?
Hey,
that's the archetype for every movie he's done.
Yeah, right. He has to tell his movies. You got to put them in theaters. You got to have some kind of bias somewhere. You got to have some kind of...
let me tell you, in that movie, so Taraji P. Henson was the main character. Taraji P. Henson was the main character, and she had two sisters. One was dark-skinned, one was light-skinned. And when I tell you that it was blatant in that movie, it was freaking blatant. The dark-skinned one was like, you need to leave him, and you ain't going to do nothing, and he blah, blah, blah. And the light-skinned one was like, wait, just listen to what she has to say. And, I ain't listening to shit. Blah, blah, blah. Just listen. You just got to, and I'm telling you.
Let me ask you this. How down on his luck was the light-skinned guy that she needed to just give him a chance and help him believe in himself?
But it wasn't that. It was flipped. It was actually her husband who she married from college. He was a dark-skinned dude. So this is like, trust me, I looked at every single facet before I said, okay, I'm going to watch this. Because the two women were about the same color, and then the main guy was a dark-skinned dude. So I was like, okay, it can't be that bad. But he had to throw it in somewhere, so he threw it in with the sisters. So what happened, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the movie, I suggest you just turn off your radio for about 5 minutes and then come back. But what happened was...
What is it called again? The name of it again.
Acrimony.
That's the title.
Acrimony. Okay. So what happened was she married him in college. He had an idea for a clean generating battery. And so... it was basically like he was using her for money because her mom left her some money when she died or whatever. And he would always just kind of sleaze in there like, I need money for this, I need money for this. She ended up working 2 jobs and, you know, supporting him all through life. And his whole thing was, if I could just get it to this company. Listen, he was like, if I could just get it to this company, they'll take me. So finally, her dark-skinned sister found a wallet in his truck. He was doing some job to help them keep the house, that he had her mortgage so he can continue just, you know, not working. So she found a wallet in the truck and took it to her and convinced her that he was cheating on her. He said, I'm not cheating on you. She said, get out. That same day, the company that he had been waiting for since college called and was like, we want to see your battery. So this girl that he cheated on her with way back in college was in that company, helped him get the meeting and everything. So he's homeless now, blah, 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 blah. The other woman, which is now light-skinned with quote-unquote good health.
Homeless?
Yeah, because the girl had kicked him out. So he had no job. He finally had to become a dishwasher. He was homeless, actually living in shelters. So the other girl, who is now light-skinned with good hair, said, you come live with me. Yada, yada, yada. They got a divorce. Now he's living with the other girl. And he gets a check for $75 million plus everything that, his battery generates. So he then took that money. He took $10 million of it, went back to the ex, and said, you believed in me all this time. I did love you. I never cheated on you except that one time. Here's $10 million, plus I got your mom's house back. I love you. And went.
Wow.
So it's like in the beginning of this movie, in the beginning of this movie, you're like, you're feeling like the guy is just crap or whatever. By the end of the movie, you find out it's Taraji who's like crazy. But my thing is, he left Taraji, who then ended up being a psycho for a light-skinned woman who was his rock, his solid rock. And, ooh, I love her. And it's just like, again, why Tyler Perry? Why? Why couldn't it be a dark-skinned woman that he got with or something like that? Why couldn't the roles be reversed with the sisters, like the light-skinned one was the loud one and the dark-skinned one was the sensible one? This is why I stopped watching Tyler Perry long ago, because in every single last one of his movies, that's what it is. The dark-skinned man is always beating the woman, and she runs to the loving light-skinned man who's just, I believe in God, and I'm just working hard and trying to make it, and I'll be right to you all the time.
Yeah, he make bookshelves for a living.
I would say that it goes back into slavery, to where you had, the house dude and the field dude. The house dude generally looked light-skinned, or the house chick generally looked light-skinned, almost to where, hey, you're almost white-looking. But the field dude or the field chick was very, very dark-skinned, with which their pigmentation is very, very dark. So, fast forward now, 300 years later, to now, it's still the same. Or they say, hey, if you see somebody that's light skinned, oh, she's the bomb. But somebody that's really, 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 really dark complected, hey, you know what? She's so black. If you turn the lights out, you can't see her, which is asinine to me, because to me personally, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice anyway. But that's why, though. It's the same.
In the South, I understand that, Deez, but he has a platform to change that, and he just doesn't. He just goes with it. And everybody, all these black people support him. I love
Hollywood
Tyler Perry.
You got to please those. You got to please the Hollywood executives. I don't care how big you think Tyler Perry is. He still has to please
I was about to say he's big enough now that he can say, I'm not doing this.
I don't believe there's a cluster of white producers that are like, you have to make this more of a jigaboo type of story before we. I don't believe
right.
I believe he's writing it that way because this is his thought process. Because this is how he views the world. You can easily put a different thing. Because if you're saying that he has to please these white people, which is the reason why he's doing that, then how did Spike Lee do the movies that he did even earlier back in the day, like in the late 80s or early 90s? Right. It would have been almost impossible back then. So in this day and age, especially seeing as how Oprah was the one that gave him his start, I'm sure he's not like tied down with, I have to make this some kind of minstrel type movie. No, he's doing that because that's how he feels. And all of these people that go and support him don't mind this disparaging image of black people. They don't mind it. That's the only reason that they would continue to watch his movie. But if it was a white man making the same kind of movies he's making, they would be outraged.
Yeah, see.
Well, I had to get that off my chest. I just watched that last night, and I was like, really?
You like
and I was gonna say to Deez, in the South, I used to get, you're pretty for a black girl, you're pretty for a dark skinned girl, or some girls. It took me years to figure out that this was an insult. Some girls used to be like, so you're dark, and I'd be like, yeah, and it was actually my ex-husband who explained to me, oh, they're insulting you. Oh, how the hell me being dark is an insult? I know I'm dark. I don't mind my color. How is this an insult? And he had to explain to me why it was an insult because I didn't understand. You say, you black. Yeah. You dark. Okay. What's following this? I don't understand. I really didn't get it.
Right.
But, that's the South. They're still stuck in the slave mentality.
It's like that in the
it
Midwest,
didn't change you at all, though, Char. It didn't bother you.
Oh,
it
is
didn't
it?
change you. It didn't change who you are today. Because a lot of young women are affected in a very negative way. They have extreme insecurity in relationships. They have they have issues making decisions about relationships, or they just have this inner insecurity that they're never going to be as good as a lighter skinned woman.
Well, those are low
self-esteem
people. They have issues. If you can't see that you're beautiful because you're beautiful and you're waiting for the world to tell you you're beautiful, then that's your problem. You have self-esteem issues, and maybe you need to work on that.
Exactly. We're way beyond the point where we have to sit black girls down and tell them that light skin. Like if you're still struggling with that, then you're lost, and I wouldn't waste my time talking to you. Word. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
You feel that you need to dip your head in chemicals that gives you cancer in order for you to be beautiful.
Dude,
you
when
really feel that
Chris
way?
Rock's documentary came out, I just knew black girls were going to stop using relaxers, and it just never stopped. I was shocked.
They still use it.
I was really shocked that it didn't stop. But anyways, before we get off topic like last week, let's get into these questions. So last week, the ending of the show, we were talking about what do I think dating should look like with kids. Like, should the kids, meet how long should it take for the kids to meet the guy and everything like that? And the reason why we were saying that was I told a story about how I had a friend who went on dates with guys from like Tinder or whatever those apps are, and she would actually bring them home on the first time she met them, bring them home with her 2 daughters in the house.
That's crazy.
So
right.
Yeah, so I didn't agree with that.
That's an episode on IG Discovery waiting to happen.
I didn't agree with that, but it's not my kids. It's not I can't. So then the question arose, well, what do I think dating should look like with kids? Well, it's going to kind of be different than when you're single, because you have to keep those two apart until you actually know. And this goes for men too. Don't think I'm just talking to women. Until you actually know that this is the person you're planning on being with, and before you propose or accept a proposal, that's the point where you introduce your children to this person and see how they interact with this person.
And not be with, as in, I can go see a movie with this person every now and then. I mean, it should be forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
And might I add, as you're watching how they interact with your kids, you need to speak with your kids privately about how this person actually is. Because, in front of your face, they'll act one way, and behind your back, they'll act another way. So you need to listen to your kids. How is this person treating you? Are they nice when I'm not in the room? Do they pay attention to you? Are they talking to you, listening to you? What are they doing? Because when you get into a marriage, a relationship, and you have children, it's no longer just about you. I don't care how much you supposedly love the guy or girl. It is no longer just about you. You have to consider your kids as well as yourself. However, your kids first, because your kids didn't ask you to be here. Just always remember that.
My daughters, they're going to analyze you like you analyze them. Trust me. It's like a FBI sitting down at the table. Yeah, they smile at you, but they be analyzing you while they do their smiles. It was like, okay. I said, they're going to see how you act around me, and they analyze that. It's just how it is. So, yeah.
So, Kai, thanks for Bernie. I didn't mean to interrupt you. So, Kai, are you saying that you wait, BJ?
Okay.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Blue Eyes. I should have said Blue Eyes. All right, BJ. So, I stand corrected. BJ. All right. So, Kai, are you saying that a woman should wait until she's proposed to before she introduces her kids to her possible significant other the rest of her life, possible I'm going to marry you one day? Like, is that what
I mean, obviously she doesn't know when she's getting proposed to, and you don't get proposed to and be like, well, no, just wait. But if you feel like it's gotten serious, if you feel like you trust this guy, you know this guy, he's not being shady, whatever, and you've been with him a long time, not 3 months, longer, you've been with him a while, then yes, you need to kind of tentatively introduce your children to this person.
But no. But it also
Magic,
depends.
I have a question for you. Oh, Go ahead. I'm going to write down my question.
Write it down.
No, you also, like I said before, you can't just bang this dude, 3 weeks in or something like that, and then think, oh, he's a really nice guy. No, you're smashing right now, and everything's great, But if you have to definitely put him through the ringer and wait, and see what kind of
that's
person
called the
he
honeymoon
is.
phase.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You have to see what kind of person he is. You have to see how he handles pressure. Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, the thing that'll put more pressure on men is the fact that they're not getting sex from you. So if you, from the jump, make him wait an indeterminate amount of time, you may know I'm going to probably let him have it maybe 3-4 months in. But if he doesn't know that, he has no idea when it's coming or if it's coming, you're going to see very quickly whether or not he thinks that you're worth investing in. So you can't sit there and say, oh, I trust him because we're having sex right now. There's plenty of women that trust the dude they're banging, and then 4 or 5 months down the line, they're not talking to him anymore. So you can't just use that as an excuse to say, I'm going to introduce my kids to him now because I trust him. No. You're going to do nothing but confuse. And if you have daughters, you've already destroyed them if that's what you did.
Yep.
But now they're thinking that that's how they're supposed to conduct themselves.
Revolving door.
Oh my gosh!
Kids
like
pretty much emulate what they see from their parents.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Exactly.
Your son will grow up to be a whore, and your daughter will grow up to be loose.
Yep. Oof, I tell you.
Why do you think Kanye
All right, so Logic, the
likes
question...
chicks with plastic surgery? His mother died getting plastic surgery at an unsmashable age. Why are you still trying to be a hot
I don't agree with that, Logic.
What are you doing?
I don't agree
What
with
are
that
you talking
because
about?
I'm pretty sure
Listen, if
he
you
didn't
have a
grow up
hoe
with her having
raising
plastic
you, then
surgery.
normally you're going to grow up and not mind hoes being in the house because your mother conducted herself like a hoe. Honestly.
They have whole tendencies.
Age. I mean, what is that supposed to mean? What difference does it make if someone feels better about themselves? I'm not saying be stupid and have surgery at a risky age like 75.
He started.
But what is that?
Yeah, this is the girl that just had a boyfriend that was like, what, a third of her age?
3.
I don't need plastic surgery. I'm just asking a question, so I would appreciate if you could answer.
What I'm saying is, okay, all right, let me put it this way. How much would you have respected Claire Huxtable if once Vanessa moved out the house, she decided that she was going to go get a boob job? Wouldn't you look at her like, why? You're married and you're a mother, and it's retirement time. What are you doing? It doesn't make sense. Why are you still trying to be fuckable at 60? It doesn't make it. What are you doing? And that's how his mother died. They would not give her the surgery in this country. She decided to go to another country and died.
Right. Yeah,
so
I did hear that.
is it a shocker that his wife has hydrogel in her ass? No.
No.
Oh, God.
Just in his her room, not just her ass. Yeah, you're right. I can agree with that.
It's like a girl that grows up with a father that drinks. She's more than likely not going to have a problem with a drunk husband because she grew up with an image of a drunk man in her house.
Right.
And to her, that's normal.
I didn't like it. Right.
So, Logic, okay, so while you were talking earlier, I had a question. And you know me, I'll forget my question, so I wrote it down. I thought of a story that happened to one of my friends, and he had asked my advice, and I gave him my advice. So I want to ask you. Wow, really?
Question answered.
So let me ask you
that one.
Actually, you know what? Let me ask the guest, Deez. I'm going to ask you this. What would you do if you're with a woman, you're like dating her or whatever, and you find out that she lied about not having a kid? And then, so you say, well, why did you lie? And she said, well,
pick me.
Well,
she said, hold on. You asked her, why did she lie? And she said, well, I didn't want to scare you off, so this is why I lied about having a kid or not having a kid. So what would you do, Dave?
Damn.
Well, me, number one, I'll say, okay, if you lied about that, which to me, I'm gonna take seriously. then obviously you're going to lie about some other shit. So you're not wasting my time. Have a good day. Peace.
Kick rocks.
Real talk. Real talk, you know what I mean? Because, you know what I mean? If I
Mr.
meet a
Catfish.
female,
Good man.
hey, thank you, sir. And if I meet a female, she asks me, she says, well, hey, Catfish, how many kids you have? I'm going to say I have 2, a boy and a girl. That's it. Now, if I ask you, hey, I have none, okay, cool. But then I find out you got 5 of them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Oh, please, I can't haggle with you. In my mind, no.
Well, what if? Hold on, Deez. What if she was married and the guy just was miserable? He kept cheating on her, and she didn't have like 5 from 5 different men or anything. She was really a good woman.
No excuse.
That's not her fault.
Hey, you know, if you got kids, you got kids. It's something called being proud of what you have. Me, I'm a proud father.
Exactly.
So I love my kids. So now, okay, you might have cheated on this dude, got knocked up, you skeeted in a couple times, you know, came out with a couple kids. They're not mistakes.
Skeeted in your back.
You know, God don't make mistakes at the end of the day. So these are yours. Honor your kids. Straight up. Why lie?
Well, I mean, personally, I would never lie about my child. I don't know how anybody would. If you don't like me, you don't like my kid, and that's it. But, yeah, I did have a friend, and he came, he's like, you know, I've been seeing this girl for a while. She lied to me. She said she didn't have kids when we met, and I just found out she has a son, and he was like 3. And she said that she lied because she didn't want to scare him off, and he was like, what should I do? I really like her. I said, dude, run.
She still sleep with the baby daddy.
I was like, no, it's not even that. My thing is something as important as a child she lied about. I mean, what else could she lie about? That was my
fear factor.
Plus, you have to ask the question: what kind of a mother would look at her kids as a source of shame that she needs to hide it in order to get a man interested? You know what I'm saying about her?
How much of a
tough,
secret could you have kept while you're dating and you have a 3-year-old? Where was your child? I out without my daughter. I always have my phone sitting right there just in case. Look.
Right.
I don't even know. That's insane. But I just wanted to know y'all's take on it. So, what we're going to do is go into our relationship questions now. I know, right? We're going to go into our relationship questions now. And the funny thing is, I have a list of questions, but the first one I'm going to ask was, I guess because of last week's show, someone actually sent in a question about kids and dating. So their question was, how old should your kid be before you let them date? Is 12 too young?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
What is the question?
Did you say 12?
12.
12, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
You said 12?
Yeah.
12, yes.
That's too young. That's too young.
But question, though. That's like, who asked a question like that? Of course, 12 is too young. They still have milk rings around their mouth. That time should be 7 or 8 o'clock. They should be in bed with a bath. Okay, they wake up with a Pop-Tart on the weekends and some cartoons.
I don't know what a bath.
Young.
12 years old. Yeah. 12 years old.
Right.
We'll take a bath.
That's how I raised my son. I'll do it all over again the same way.
Right.
Okay, so the men absolutely say 12 is too young. How old should your daughter be? Do you have a different age for boys?
18. She should be to the point where if I kicked her out, she can get an apartment.
18.
There you go. That's old enough to date, right, Logic? I totally agree with that.
If you ask me, for my daughter, I'm going to say never. Period. I'm going to say never. Period. I'm going to say never.
18.
My 18. Right? Catfish will throw the listeners in hot water.
Well, you have to be realistic. You can't say never because you dated. That's not going to happen.
Well, obviously, of course. So, my daughter's 3. So my daughter's my world right now. And always will be. But obviously,
if she's asking you about dating at 3, something's terribly
terribly. It'll be bad boys times 8. No, I'll say she's going to date. But me personally, it had to be when that time actually comes. I got a niece that just turned 17, so now she start dating. So okay, me, I'm dreading that time frame. Now for my son, okay, you do what you do, but my daughter, you know, I'm very protective as a father. So you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know, give a thing like this. I've done a lot of philanderous shit in my days. You know what I mean. So now, as a father that has a little girl, not to think about everything that I've done.
Yep.
Someone's gonna try to do the same exact thing to her.
Yep,
So
exactly.
So it's kind of crazy that really you're protecting your baby from yourself at the same time frame. You know what I mean?
You don't want her to grow up at all. Yep, you don't want her to grow
Right.
up. I know exactly. I'm going through it.
She's
now.
just going to tell you that you don't understand the kind of love that they have.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I got that.
That's why I say never.
Oh my God.
Last year, I was like, what?
I can't envision that.
And
I
the
can't
more you
envision
try to
that.
keep her from him, the more she's going to want to have his child.
Exactly.
She's going to be sneaking out of windows and arguing with you and doing whatever she can to make him happy.
And that's what you're going to be on
cutting costs to go to the mall and then go somewhere else and do things you're not supposed to do. Right.
First of all, my kid ain't fucking that anywhere.
Hyperventilating over there, Kai.
And look, I'm just thinking about that.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking about what Charles is saying. I have a daughter, and I'm thinking about that, and I'm just I could just imagine her bringing home a loser.
That's half dead in his brain. That you ask him a direct question, I don't know. That's gonna be the phrase of your life. I don't know.
I don't know.
Right.
What are you doing? Why do you keep talking to him? I don't know.
I can't.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years, young man? Well, I got this. My cousin make beats, and I know how to rap.
Oh my God!
Or even better. Me and my friends have a band that we like to skate when we don't have, we have all the time. We like to skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of my house. You have about 5 seconds to get off of my property.
Get out. Oh God.
Oh my God. I told my daughter because my daughter asked me this because her friends.
Wait, one more. Can y'all
She's only in
imagine
fifth
if
grade.
your daughter brought home a guy that says, he thinks people are being too sensitive about race, like just some white guy that was like, I don't believe in racism. I think people are.
I'm telling you right now.
Wow.
I'm telling you right now. I don't care what she thinks she's doing. She's not getting with this guy. She's not marrying him. Look, I will ship her out of this country if I have to. It's not happening.
Yeah, you can't really stop anyone from eloping, Kai. It only takes about 10 minutes. So if they make it to the justice of the peace, you got to be quick.
Char, let me ask you a question. Have you met me? I'm just wondering if you've met me. Look,
have I met you? Not you, look, you or met you. Gotcha.
You can sit there and act like your son has choices and stuff. That's you. Look, I'm responsible for my child, and my child is not marrying a racist, an outspoken and known racist. I don't care. They can go get whatever they want. An annulment is very easy.
The reason I even said that is because I was reading this article about this black woman down in Carolina or something like that. And she was with a white guy, and she was out there defending the Dixie flag being down at the state capitol.
Oh, God, of course she was.
And I was like, how do you make that left turn? That's crazy.
No, she's definitely lost.
What an ass. Oh, you know what? We had some questions from last week that since Deez is on the phone, I want to ask him. Hold on.
What's good with it?
First of all, this is from Char that we're actually making a show about. This is because of Char.
Oh, God.
But I'm waiting for enough answers to come in from our listeners before we start that show. But do you think men are more promiscuous than women?
What?
I would say no, actually. No, not at all. Because you know what, females flirt in different ways. Females are very, very promiscuous. Men, we're pretty much more direct. What's up? Can I hit that today, right now? Bathroom. Let's do
And you
this.
just did 10 minutes ago somewhere? Are you having a flashback? So what's the difference? What's the difference? Calculated promiscuity? Hey, I got the word right, everybody. Woo. What's the difference? Calculated or just, for the moment? How is one less promiscuous than the other? How?
Put it this way: we can go down Instagram, Facebook timelines. How many men do you see with our shirts off, stunting, doing this and doing that? However, how many females you see half-ass naked that are not going down Facebook and Twitter?
Wow.
Oh, look at me.
I gotta
look at me.
Because there's plenty of dudes on Instagram with their nipples out, especially if they hit the gym and they're trying to show off. There is plenty, But what irritates me with women is they are still trying to ride off of this image from the Gilded Age. Like they're these women that are out looking for love, and they're just happen to be tricked by a bunch of men that came before you and blah, blah, blah. And it's nonsense. It's all a lie. If you are a respectable woman looking for a respectable relationship, but you go out the house in leggings with your camel toe on display, I'm sorry. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
You have to conduct yourself a certain way. You cannot be on Instagram, as he said, in your T-shirt and panties talking about, it's been a long day and I'm just going to make a sandwich. What's your drawers got to do with you making a sandwich?
Exactly.
I don't understand this here. What are you talking about? And like you look at people like Amber Rose. One minute she'll be on the show talking about how, Wiz Khalifa creamed on her face and they all think it's funny and she's owning it. But then she'll get on stage at the slut walk and cry talking about Kanye told me that I was... What? You can't be both. Choose one.
Right.
You can't be up on stage in a bodysuit with again, your nips is out because you got a sheer shirt on. You can't do that and then try to claim that you're a woman. And this is what's destroying it for respectable girls out here who are not conducting themselves like sluts. Men and young men are starting to get confused and thinking this is how women are supposed to be. No, they're not supposed to be that way. So they're looking for these good girls to act like hoes too, and they're not doing it. And then they're like, "Oh, she's being difficult."
It's kind of like this whole. And you know what? I look as I'm a man, but at the same time, it's this twerking shit. Okay, every time I turn around, you twerking like a motherfucker. Okay, but you think this shit is cool? You think it's cute? I'm like, what the hell wrong with you? So now you get mad when somebody approach you in a certain way because damn, you twerking it in every 5 seconds every video you're in. Twerking, twerk. Sit your punk ass down. So
well, it goes into the quote unquote Instagram model thing. They're just looking for attention, and that's how girls feel like they get attention. Yeah. I just watched this video and I had to send it to my friend because she allowed her daughter she's going into 9th grade and she just allowed her daughter to get on Instagram. Now,
at 9th grade?
This little girl is like my second daughter. Yeah, so this little girl is like my second daughter. So she added me to her Instagram and she talks to me. And based on the stuff that I heard her say, I was kind of worried. So fast forward, I watched this video. It's a music video on Facebook, and it shows this little girl, her mom died. She went up, she took a picture of the corpse, posted it on Facebook, and she started getting all kind of attention because of it. So she realized this is how I got attention. So it just escalated as she grew older to basically her taking pictures in her underwear to get more attention. Because she realized, like, this wasn't working, that wasn't working.
I just want to be
clear.
I sent it to she took a picture of the corpse
and put it up there?
Of the corpse, of her mom's corpse, and put it on Facebook. And then, people were coming up to her like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear about this, and, stuff like that. So anyway, I sent this video to my friend, and I said, watch your daughter, because I'm not saying she's going to be a porn star or anything, but I see her heading in this direction based on the fact that she's saying, look at how many, I only have these many friends. Oh, look, I just posted this picture 5 seconds ago. Look at how many likes. this is what she told me, and I'm just like, you know, and she did. She went live on Instagram at 1 a.m. one day, and I was like,
wow.
You know what?
Wow.
What? That's kind of funny you said that, right? I have a homegirl I'm real cool with. So she posts pics of being scantily clad, whatever, whatnot, right? So I go on her Facebook, then her timeline. She says, "Oh, I want to be a wifey, but I'm tired of all these fuck boys." So I chimed in. I said, "Well, if you lay down with dogs, you get fleas. Maybe it might be what you're showing them. In my mind, how about that one for?" No comment.
Did they say you were? Did they then say you were slut
So how
shaming?
quick did she unfriend you?
She thought in my mind.
She did. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's called, to me, it's called common fucking sense. Hey, if you want a right guy, guess what? You're gonna do the right thing. But you want these nut-ass little thugs, these little young Thundercats, that's looking like bumfuck Egypt. Okay, guess what? You attract what you want.
You know, the issue is people are learning off of their friends, and no adults aren't actually sitting down teaching their children what they should be looking for in a relationship or what they should be doing to get that relationship.
Yeah,
so people are just learning from their friends, or women are taking advice from other women. That's my most favorite thing in the world. Like, you know, a woman taking advice from another woman who's not even in a relationship.
And you think about that. How can a woman tell you how to get a man?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's the big question.
They always give advices on not what you should do, but what they would do.
Yep, what they would do. Yep.
So now, you're not in a relationship, but you didn't give this person advice about her relationship. Now she's broke. Now she done broke up with her dude, and now you're married. so now the chief now is like, damn, how this happened? I had a good ass dude listen to your dumb ass.
Well, it's like people running around listening to Beyonce's old music, you know. She's married to Jay-Z. Y'all are still listening to her old music, trying to follow that logic.
And not only that, but she is a millionaire. She has options that you don't have. You can't walk around like you're known in 26 countries. No one knows you down the street. What are you talking about?
Well, that, you know, to me, I don't feel sorry for them because, you know, basically whose fault is that? You either know how to conduct your own self and not sit there asking other people for assistance other than, like, I don't know, if you know people who have successful marriages or something like that, obviously I'd be like, well, what should I do? How should I conduct myself? Where should I go to look for this? That's completely different. But if you see this woman has gone through like 3 dudes in the last 3 weeks, you're going to her for
listen, I'm gonna tell you
advice?
something.
Really?
It's just like what I say about racism. It's no excuse anymore because the internet has closed the gap on all of that. You know, so even if you have a bunch of friends that are idiots, and it's the blind leading the blind, you can go online and see plenty of, I'm sure, YouTube videos of couples that's been together for 60 years, and then they'll ask advice like, what did you do to give it a blah, blah, blah. And they usually all say predominantly the same thing. It's hard, it's a struggle, but you got to be patient and you got to be dedicated. These girls now, they want everything now with no work. Yep. They want every dude to have a 6-figure job, 2 months worth of paid vacation, a company car, and an expense account. And on top of that, even though they've been conducting themselves like a prostitute, they want him to then treat them like the Duchess of whatever and give them a rock because all of these women are worth diamonds. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard. It doesn't matter how many, facial shots that they have online on some other guy's Facebook page. But,
y'all,
it's they all deserve diamond rings.
Catfish Snuck has to go back to do some catfish shit. So thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate it.
Come back and visit us sometime, these catfish.
I most certainly will. Y'all be easy.
All right.
All right, bye, catfish. All right, so Logic, actually, The funny thing is, I have a question related to what you said. Where is it? Hold on. Da 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 da. Oh, here it goes. My husband works a lot, and we barely see each other. Should I continue with our marriage or divorce and find someone with more time?
Oh my God! Oh, that sounds like real. That's real. Like
wait a minute. So the problem in the relationship is that you have a husband that's working hard. That's the problem in the relationship.
Are you serious?
I would suggest to that question, you leave him and don't waste, because you are a scumbag.
Yes, he is.
I hate to see a good dude go down with a whore like that.
Should I leave him?
He's working a lot. Should I continue? But see, you know what's funny? If she got sick and for some reason she couldn't have sex anymore, and he was like, I don't know, my wife can't have sex anymore, should I stay? All of her relatives
we'll call him a loser.
Oh my God.
Yes, he would.
Say, for better or for worse, he's working.
Well, he's working. Damn.
And you're thinking about leaving. Man.
And you said some.
You scumbag.
Oh gosh, he punched in his throat.
A lot of women have that issue, you know. That's not something new. A lot of women have that issue.
Well, how's that an issue?
I'm saying a lot of women see that as an issue, and your friends, again, back to me saying you're listening to your friends. Your friends will either tell you to cheat on the guy or tell you to leave the guy because he doesn't have time for you.
Hey, Char, you think that's an issue?
Char, if you have a dude, your husband works a lot, and you barely see each other, maybe he has a couple hours when he's awake and he sees you and he tries to spend those couple hours with you before he's back asleep because he's been working this whole time. Would you find that as an issue that y'all don't spend a lot of time together and you would want to divorce him, or would you deal with it?
Oh, no, I absolutely wouldn't want to divorce him. That's very drastic. First of all, it could just be a temporary place in his life. It might last for 2 years. It doesn't mean it's going to last for 30 years. And I think women that have an issue with that are very ungrateful, because then they would complain that the man was broke and a buster and didn't have any way to take good care of them and maybe buy nicer things for them because he does have a little more money because he does work a lot. So, people that are unhappy are never happy. You know,
I gotta say, I've never been more happy to hear Char say something.
I know. I was like, wow.
These past couple
I was like, yes.
A lot of growth.
I was like, thank you.
Excellent answer, Char.
Thank you. Clap me in the clap machine. Clap. Oh, you got claps here.
Oh,
yeah, give her an applause.
I'll give her applause. Here it goes.
Give her applause. I was scared. I was scared for a minute. I was like, damn.
Well, that was Char. So now you guys have finally met the real Char after almost 5 years.
I don't know about that.
Oh, God. Okay, it's kind of similar question. Here's another one, kind of similar question. If you were going on a first date, but the guy fell asleep and missed it, should I be angry?
Hold on, what?
You're going on a first date with a guy, but he fell asleep and missed the date.
Wow.
What? Oh, well, it depends. Is he tired from working? I don't know. What?
It depends on if that was an excuse he used, and because there's no way for you to corroborate that to see if he's telling the truth. So
yeah, it's like,
I don't know. I guess it would just be if you decided to give him another shot. Now, if you had another date and he showed up late or something like that, then you probably should call it. I wouldn't do it.
Call it off
because there's something going on. But yeah, I mean, because it doesn't even have to be anything bad. It could be that he's working a very demanding work schedule. But in the end of the day, if he missed the first one and he's late to the second one, then apparently his life is not set up to put
where he really
time
can fit you in.
So it's like you might as well just listen. You're a nice guy, but beat it.
Yeah, but
all right.
they're super hurt, and I'm sorry, Kai. Some women are just super hurt, and in general, so it's a one strike you're out policy. Do you guys believe that's fair? Just have one strike you're out.
One strike you're out. Damn.
Yeah.
I mean,
like that's been hard. So they just assume that.
I mean, like logic says, try again for the second date. If there's an issue there, then I mean, to me that's coming from me, that's kind of hypocritical because I used to be the one strike you're out person.
Really?
But I guess as I got older and more patient, at least give it a second shot. Yeah, I told you my stories, BJ. Yes, one strike you're out. You don't do what I say, and that was it.
You don't do.
But yeah, I think
that's what I said. That's it. Damn.
At least give it a second chance, like logic says. Yeah, give it a second chance, like logic says, and if there's an issue on the second chance, then you got to move on. Shut up. Let's ask the headline question, though. The headline question was, my love, so the person I love, is engaged to somebody else, obviously. I should have told him how I felt earlier. Now, how do I deal with this situation?
Leave him alone. I'll be happy.
See, that's a different thing. So this person is in love with somebody that they didn't tell, and that person, apparently oblivious, has gotten engaged to someone else. That's what you're saying?
Just leave him alone.
Yeah.
Let him be happy. Hold to yourself.
Well, that's what you get for being a punk. I mean, you know,
and
you don't pull a trigger. Somebody else will.
God, what an ass.
That's true. Exactly.
No. Well, I mean, what do you want him to do now? Like, he's already invested, or he or she is already invested with someone else. So what do you want them to now call their relationship into question because you have decided now that you want this person to know?
Yep.
You were quiet this whole time, so continue to be quiet.
Yep.
Send a gift and be
decent
enough not to show up to the wedding.
Should the girl tell him before he marries this other person? Should she say
no?
You had your chance. You decided to be You decided to be a coward. Now that thing that you feel is called consequences.
Yep.
So deal with it.
Yeah. Move on to somebody else. What?
Listen, that's like somebody feeling upset that Bill Gates went public with Microsoft and they could have got in on the ground floor. And they're like, well, I still got my $1,500 that you was asking for. Like, what? No, we're going live tomorrow. No. I can't. So you gonna keep all those millions? Yes. You have an option. You said no.
But what about my investment? I've got my money saved. I can't believe I didn't get in on this.
Bill Gates forgot where he came from.
But seriously, there are some people out there like that. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Listen, if any one of you hits the lottery, everyone in your family will act like you're getting new now. You haven't heard from these people in 11 years. But the minute that you hit the Powerball and they all calling all of a sudden to check on you, then, oh, wow, so-and-so's being a jerk. What?
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize your number.
I had a cousin do that to me. Because I guess my aunt
anytime you got a family member
people that I have a business,
to tell them
look,
that the child
when
no
I
longer
tell you I've never met this person before in my life, she introduced herself on social media. She's just talking to me. I'm like, oh, okay, so you're such and such's daughter. I barely know that uncle, by the way. You're such and such's daughter. Oh, okay. Dude, I think it was within the first or second conversation. Yeah, so times are rough, and can I have what? I don't know you.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God. You know what would be an interesting question?
After that, though.
I would like to hear from people that are involved with someone else that has a crazy job, like say a woman married a doctor or some guy married a doctor, so his wife or her husband is a doctor, and people in the family hear about it, and I wonder if they start calling because they think that now this person has doctor money and they can help out.
Yeah, get a loan.
That has to happen.
I'm pretty sure they get
Yeah.
one of two calls. I'm pretty sure they get one of two calls. One, I need money, or two, hey, can you see me for free because I'm family and I have this growth on my back or something like that.
Or even better,
I'm pretty sure they get one or two.
If they themselves just got done with going through 12 and 13 years of school, and now they're finally able to start working now, and now people start calling in like, oh, I heard you're a surgeon now. Listen, I got this idea for a barbershop and an ice cream store mixed together. What?
Yeah.
For real?
But why not? You're a neurosurgeon. I'm a neurosurgeon.
Yeah, but you're a surgeon, right? You got that money. What?
Well, I've got one.
I think if I ever hit it big, people would hate me.
Because you'd be
or you get your realtor's license and they think that you can just give them a house for dirt cheap. Like, just $50,000, right? What?
Yeah, like
because.
But what about the people that say I've never asked you for money before?
I would be like the unfiltered version of myself. I no longer have like what bridges am I going to be burning? I'm like a billionaire or something. I will be the unfiltered version of myself. I don't think the world is ready for that. I don't.
But Paul, would it matter when that family member you haven't heard from in 30 years says, "But I've never asked you for any money before"? You always have the ones that.
And you should continue that trend. That trend was working for you for 30-something years. You should continue
it. That way. Yeah.
No, but Kyle, you know what I'm saying. You have family members who are always bugging and begging, regardless of whether you broke, got money, whatever. They just always need something. And then there's the ones where you come in for money
why
and they.
Why are you trying to finish this? How is your money woes my problem? You never asked me for money before.
I'm just the possibility.
So,
I'm just setting you up for the possibility. I'm just
saying. I already answered your question. You never asked me for money before. Continue with that trend.
Yeah.
Now I'm rich. Now your money woes are my problem. That's not happening.
I'm sure it happens. Like if somebody finds out that their cousin is a mechanic, they want their cars fixed for close to nothing.
Oh yeah.
You know. And if somebody's a realtor.
Logic. My cousin does hair, and she gets people coming out of the woodwork trying to get their hair done for free. So you're even talking about mechanic or doctor. My cousin just does hair.
No, listen, I got into an argument with my ex. My ex, she would do her cousin's hair. It would be a row of these chicks on the couch waiting, and she would be doing hair from the morning until night, and she didn't charge anybody anything. And I was having arguments with her, like, are you out of your mind?
Crazy.
They're buying $200 worth of weaves, and they can't give you $75? They can't give you something? What are you talking about?
Right.
Your ex is crazy because that ain't happening.
No, but what about the styles that take like 15 hours? Like say the extension braids. They come with their braid hair. It takes 12 to 15 hours, sometimes 17 hours.
That's what I'm talking about. She would do hair. One time she did hair for a day and a half. She went over their house the morning before, spent the night there, and then I picked her up later the afternoon the next day, and she didn't get a dime.
That's
No way. And I'm telling you, it's crazy.
I would have no friends. I'm like, yo, no.
I have a lot of
people hate me now because I wouldn't do half of the stuff for them. Oh, can you do? I had family members call me because I do IT. Hey, I need you to help me fix this. Can you tell me how to do this? After a while, I was like, yeah, I charge $75 an hour. I could take that over PayPal. Oh, that's a lot. You're older than me. How is that a lot?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You had years on me. How don't you have $75 for an hour of my time? That's what I just started doing. I have $75. That's all I can tell you. I understand we're family and everything. Maybe I'll give your family discount to $70 then.
Yeah,
but I have a family to feed and everything too. So
I get that.
People stop asking me for help.
You design something for me, and I can't afford you. I said, well, don't call me then. You can't afford me. Don't call me. You already answered that question. I said, you can't afford me. You already said it. Can you give me a break? Nope. I said, no. First of all, material costs a lot of money. I'm like, nope. You can
right.
Yep. And they go to Nordstrom's, go to the rack.
I have
how
to
about
tell
this?
clients
The
of mine.
$35 an hour is the family shit. I usually charge more than that.
Yeah.
Right? I have to tell clients of mine because they do stuff for their family for free, and then when they need their family to support them, their family's never there. And I said, why are you giving your services away to anybody for free? I mean, the only people I could see is your parents because they gave services away to you for how many years for free. But even that can be too much, too, because they could take up all of your time. You have to say no. So I'm like, how are you giving people stuff for free? If they need you to help them write something, and that's what you do for your services, you charge them just as much as you charge anybody else.
Yeah, it's a business.
That's your job.
Exactly.
Just because you work for yourself doesn't mean you don't have a job. That is your job.
Exactly. They think it's so like, oh no, I'm like, okay. They don't call me.
Okay, here's another question, another relationship question. Why are women pickier than men on dates?
Why are they secure?
Why are women pickier than men with what?
On dates?
On dates.
Because they're needy.
Because they're not paying. If they were paying, they'd be a lot more easy going.
Yeah, and they're needy.
So you think women are needy? Like all women are needy? Most women are needy?
Well, most of them, what I want to say.
Well, Logic, how do you feel? Or DJ?
Wait a minute.
No,
is this person talking about a date, or is this person talking about the act of being with somebody? What are they talking about?
No, they said, I don't know. This is the question. Why are women pickier than men on dates? That's what it says.
On dates. Yeah, see, that's ambiguous. If they're talking about the activity of a date where a guy picks them up and whatever, the reason that women are picky is because they're not paying. You know, as we had this conversation before, you know, lobster and steak is on the menu until they have to pay, and then there's pancakes and waffles. You know what I mean?
Char.
It's going to be a very...
But I've actually paid a lot for dates. I've had splurge. It's not always true. I told you guys that. I've not only that, but I've even asked an ex, spent like $170 and whatever just to see how he was doing. Because I knew he was going through something or whatever. So it's like just depends on what I have available.
We're doing this again.
A rule. A lot of women set up purpose. No, a lot of women will say, I'm not going to come out of my pocket. You know how many women will say have $200 in their pocket?
Jesus.
So I'm not. No, I have a heart. And I have.
All right. So next
money.
question,
Please.
Shut up, BJ. Next question. Why is dating getting more and more complicated?
Wow. What?
Why is dating getting more and more complicated?
Well, that's tied in with the last question, which is why are women so picky? It's because nobody's holding their feet to the fire and holding them accountable for the nonsense that they're doing. As I said before, you can't have 22 dudes in your wake but still say that you're worth a ring. You can't, you know? You have to start conducting yourself in a different way.
Kim Kardashian got a ring, a huge ring, and a rich husband.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. No, seriously, listen, you're joking, but that's where it's coming from. Like, you have girls out here that think they can conduct themselves that way and still get the best man out here possible. Ooh. And it's crazy. It's crazy talk. Ooh. And a lot of these girls are going to end up alone because the things that they're looking for are almost non-existent. You know how many women say that they want a guy that's over 6 feet tall, but the population of men in the world that are over 6 feet is like 14%. So it's like, what are you talking about? You only will date a guy that's over 6 feet.
That's non-negotiable. I'm sorry.
Listen, I hear what you're saying, but what I'm
telling you
who
is under 6 feet, BJ, I am not talking to them, and that's just it.
Really? Damn.
Yes, really.
And this is why it's going to be a lot of chicks that's alone.
Lonely women.
You have an unreachable standard. You know, like you're really going to be talking about in the entire Eastern Seaboard. By the time that they fit all of the parameters you're looking for, it's like maybe 100, 200 guys out of
that's a lot of
entire,
guys.
What?
She said that's a lot of guys.
Is it really?
Damn.
These guys who are available? Really? You think so, huh?
Look, let me tell you, I don't like short guys. And that's the end of that. That is non-negotiable.
What is short to you?
5'11" and
Anything
below.
under 6 feet.
Damn.
Yes.
Anything
That's
under
like,
6 feet. Yeah.
That's like, damn.
Tell her. Go ahead. Tell her the ratio, BJ.
I mean, you can't always be sure of that, Kai. That's overly picky. That's not fair. I mean, I've slipped a few times and wished that they were tall, but come on. When you meet someone, okay.
No.
These are important.
So,
I mean, don't just a little
so you went to a club. You just to go to a club. You might, damn, that's, unless you hang around basketball people. Wow. Okay, Kai.
No, well, there was this really good guy that liked me. He was really cute. Everything. He had a job. He wanted to be with me. All that stuff. He was just like 5'8", 5'9", and that was just.
Oh my.
I don't want to hug you and put my head on your shoulder or look at you face to face. Look, I can't deal with that. My personality won't deal with that. I need somebody who's taller than me so I could feel like you're bigger than me and I'm small and you're going to protect me. That's it.
Isn't that how, that's like a mental thing. That's a mental thing.
It is
Kai,
a mental
Mike
thing.
Tyson
And
is
it's
5'8", and I'm pretty sure he can protect
I don't really care. I wouldn't talk to him then. I wouldn't talk to him. I mean, I'm pretty sure he could beat everybody up, but he's short. I wouldn't talk to him.
Once again, Kai, you're a pro.
Guys.
I
don't talk to guys who are under 6 foot, and that's just it. People have gotten on me for a lot of years, and it's not going to change just on this radio show.
Okay.
I've never had a problem finding a guy, so I don't see a problem. I don't see a reason to have to change that.
And it's out of NBA also.
Well, whatever island of giants that you've been living at, you need to go there. And
she go to the NBA weekend, All-Star weekend.
Yeah, she lived right around the corner from some kind of nuclear power plant. Everybody's 6'5" and above.
Damn.
Even my brothers take offense to that because, you know, they're like 5'11" and stuff like that. Why you can't? All these girls are out there talking about tall guys. Why don't y'all? And I'm like, look, that's just what I like. What do you want from me? You just like all other girls.
And what does a 6-foot guy and 6'2" guy do for you? Got a 5'11"
I just like the height.
height.
I like the height. It makes me feel smaller and it makes me feel more feminine.
So you want to feel
it's just a mental thing.
Feminine.
Yeah. If a guy is looking at me in the face, I feel like I could take him. So why am I with him? Because then I'll just have to take care of myself in a fight.
Damn. Yo.
Said, I can take him.
Oh my God.
No, I said I feel like I could take him. I didn't say I could, but I feel like it, and it's all in your perception of stuff. If I feel like I can be the man in the relationship, I automatically am the man in the relationship, and that's it.
Kai is a psychopath.
Yo, that's crazy.
I am mad. I am mad.
You are nutty as squirrel shit.
Yeah, off your name. You're off your name.
Look, that is
you straight up right now. Something's wrong with you. Something that's clinically wrong with you.
That's my preference. Nothing is wrong with me.
She said she will look at a man in his eyes.
No wonder
say
they
to herself, I can take him.
I can take him. Damn.
Did you hear her say that like that was normal?
If I look at you dead in the eyes and I feel, I didn't say I can. I feel like I could take him. Hence, if something were to happen where you have to protect me,
do something, they're saying to themselves, I can do this. What are you talking about?
If
you're
something happens where you have to protect me, then I will feel like I have to jump in front and protect us all.
You're dude up thinking that you can beat him up. That's not normal.
At some point, just in case.
It ain't normal.
Well, look, just don't be my height then. That's about it. That's why I just avoid all of that. I just avoid all of that and don't talk to guys who are my height. That's it. It's just simple. And y'all are getting on me for this.
How tall are you?
But then if I got with somebody who was like 5'8", and then I treated him like shit, then y'all would get on me for that too. What do you want from me?
Hey, Kai, how tall are you?
You're a crazy person.
Yeah.
Hey, Kai, how tall are you?
I'm as tall as these nuts. Shut up. That's how
you
tall I am.
What is your height? Let's hear some numbers. What is your height?
I'm 5'4". I'm pretty short.
5'4". You are almost a hobbit, and you're talking about you need a dude that is 6 foot and above, the size of a Viking. Are you crazy?
She said,
yes.
She said a hobbit. You said a hobby.
What dude are you looking
okay,
at?
hold on. If I'm talking to a guy who's like 5'8", then I could actually put my head on his shoulder. I don't like that.
Yeah, but you're not looking into his eyes.
When I need
He's
to hug
4 inches taller than you.
Yeah,
So what
doesn't
dude
matter.
that's
You're
5'8"
still
or
short.
5'10" are you looking in his eyes?
It doesn't matter. You're still short. Look, I understand.
Compared to
I
who?
understand 5'11" is only 1 inch off of 6 foot, but you're still 1 inch off of 6 foot. I'm just not.
Listen. You wait. Hold on. You said he's short. Compared to who? Not you. You're 5'4". So
compared to guys that
what
I
is
like?
your standard that you're comparing them against?
No.
What?
And I've had guys tell me that too. They'll be like, "Well, you're short," and I'm like, "Okay, so are you. What's your point?"
Okay, you said guys that you like. So what dudes do you like that are setting the standard of height for you? Who?
I mean, I don't have anybody setting the standard, but I guess if we're talking about famous guys, The Rock is what, 6'5", 6'7"? That'd be amazing.
Oh my goodness! So a dude that's the size of a short giant is your archetype. You serious?
4 feet or 5 feet 4? I said 5. So you're 5 feet.
Okay, well, y'all are about to really get mad at me. Y'all are about to really. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it only because Char is usually the one being picked on, but y'all are about to really hate me. When I say height. Oh, my God. When I say height, I mean black guys.
What? Oh, no.
Other races don't have to be that
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
An Irish accent, right?
You know, DJ, it feels like we make so much progress sometimes.
Oh my!
You know, this show was a beautiful thing. We had Char give an excellent answer to how to conduct yourself in a relationship, and then here comes Kai. With this nonsense.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
Oh, I'm brokenhearted.
Yeah, like if you're black, you have to be tall and you have to have a nice butt at least. If you're white or Latino, you don't have to be tall, and I don't expect you to have a butt.
Now.
So the butt in there. Oh, shit. Damn.
I'm just saying.
Is he good at
races? For different races, I have my preferences, what I like.
What?
I think the only thing missing is chicken and watermelon at this point.
Chicken and watermelon.
I did not make a racist statement. Black guys, they're very gorgeous. They just have to be over 6 foot.
Yeah, they all just have to be tall with apparently perfectly sculpted bald joints.
White guys, they need to have dark hair and either blue or green eyes. It's really all you need to have. And be cute in the face, obviously. You can't be ugly.
Oh, they could be like 5'1"? They could be 5'1"?
No, they have to at least be taller than me. So like 5'8".
So why do they get the pass?
Yeah, on the height. Tell me.
Because there's not a lot of tall white guys out there.
What?
Oh, my God.
There are a lot of tall
There's
black
not
guys.
a lot of over 6 foot black dudes out there.
There are.
Uh-oh.
You think there are. There aren't.
Yes, they are. They're
never had any problem.
They're all waiting for her.
You said what?
I said yes.
I've never had any problem. I've never had any problem finding a tall
listen
black
to me.
guy.
Hold on. No. Let me dispel this one right now. There's not a lot of black guys that are over 6 feet. There's a lot of tall black guys that are maybe between 5'8" and 5'11", but
like
you're talking about
tall,
over 6 feet. No, that's not a normal height. That's tall. Across the world, that's tall.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I've never.
So I mean, unless you start going
problem.
to certain areas. Okay.
I mean, but
just
what
say
you
it.
get. You know what? I got lucky because I'm tall and my man's 6'3". But it's not like if he wasn't 6'3", I wouldn't love him the same. There's no way in the world. To me, that shouldn't be as important. I'm not going to necessarily be comfortable if you're 5'2" or 5'4", but I mean, I'll make it work.
Real quick. We only have 90 seconds left. Real quick to you, Char. Why do I have to settle? Why would I have to settle if I don't have a problem finding a guy within my requirements? I don't have to settle.
Right.
Like, oh, man, I guess because most guys are under 6 foot. I'm not settling.
What we're saying is that your standards are ridiculous. That's what we're saying.
I mean, to you they're ridiculous. To me, they're perfectly normal.
Kai, your standards, pun intended, are unreachable. They're way up there. They're too high. It's not fair to the world.
Kai, I'm gonna tell you, most dudes that's over 6 feet are usually skinny, spindly men. They're not going to be sculpted the way you want. You're talking about you want a dude. You just said you want a dude that's over 6 feet tall, that's built a certain way or whatever. That is going to be almost impossible for you to find.
It hasn't been. I don't know what you people are not understanding. It has not been.
So every dude that you've ever talked to has been a fully sculpted, muscular, 6 foot and above man. That's what you're telling us?
And my ex-husband was the smallest one, and he was still 250 pounds or something like that.
You're giving me a lot of verbiage. I'm asking you, so every guy that you've ever talked to has been a muscular 6 foot. Okay, well, you're living a blessed life. Let me tell you that.
Wow. I don't know where I've been all these years. I mean, I sure missed out on all that. But okay.
That's very true.
Well, that's how we're going to end tonight's show. Apparently, Kai is now Char. And we'll be back here next week right here on No Conduct Radio, 6 p.m. Eastern, answering your relationship questions. And I guess bashing Kai about her standards with men. Thanks for joining us. And thank you to Deez for joining us. Deez nuts! Peace out, everyone.
All the tall and short people in America that are listening, have a wonderful week. I'll talk to you next week.
Oh, my God.
What? Oh, no.